Hello beautiful people, it is Alex and I'm so excited for this video. Y'all, I've been really thinking about this topic, and I've been studying and meditating on it, and I'm just so excited to give y'all the word today. I'm excited. I am excited. So today I'll be discussing Romans 1:18-25, and the topic that is, are you stuck in the matrix? Deception and idols. So I'm sure many of y'all have seen the movie The Matrix. Now, y'all, I watched this movie when I was in 10th grade for my English class, and I'm not gonna lie, my memory is a bit foggy of it, so I had to refresh my memory of The Matrix. But let me just read y'all this excerpt. It says, in the first episode of the film trilogy, The Matrix, lead character Neo was given the option of taking a red pill, which would enable him to understand what was actually occurring outside the illusion created by the Matrix, or a blue pill, which would allow him to return to experiencing only that illusion. And there is a lot of religious symbolism in that film. That's why I really wanted to use that film for the topic I'm discussing today. I see the parallels with Christianity, and I thought that was so fascinating and cool. So yes, Romans 1:18-25. So this Romans 1 is a letter. It is an epistle of Apostle Paul, and he is writing to the Christian Romans. And let me read y'all Romans 1:13-15, just so y'all can get an idea of what is going on. It says, I do not want you to be unaware, brothers, that I have often intended to come to you, but thus far have been prevented, in order that I may reap some harvest among you as well as among the rest of the Gentiles. I am under obligation both to the Greeks and to the barbarians, both to the wise and to the foolish. So I am eager to preach the gospel to you also who are in Rome. Now, Romans 1:18-25, I'm about to start. So the first verse is, for the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who by their unrighteousness suppress the truth. God is holy, y'all, and his wrath against the lawlessness of humans is valid. People know the truth of God, but they choose to suppress it because they don't want to confront that truth that would reveal something about them and their wickedness. And it says in John 3:19-21, and this is the judgment. The light has come into the world, and people love the darkness rather than the light because their works were evil. For everyone who does wicked things hates the light and does not come to the light, lest their works should be exposed. But whoever does what is true comes to the light, so that it may be clearly seen that his works have been carried out in God. And the next verse. For what can be known about God is plain to them, because God has shown it to them. For his invisible attributes, namely his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly perceived ever since the creation of the world and the things that have been made. And in this verse right here, this is referencing general revelation. And general revelation is discovered through God's creation in the created order. His invisible attributes have been revealed through creation in the created order. And what three ways is God revealed through general revelation? He is revealed through nature, history, and reason. Now, I need my mic. I'm gonna read y'all something from this book, Finding Truth by Nancy Pearcey. Y'all, I love Professor Nancy Pearcey. She is amazing, y'all. She's amazing. Okay, this is what Nancy Pearcey said. She said, because the existence of the universe cannot be explained as a product of natural causes alone. And then she said, the fundamental physical constants of the universe are exquisitely balanced as though on a knife's edge to sustain life. Things like the force of gravity, the strong nuclear force, the weak nuclear force, the electromagnetic force, the ratio of the mass of the proton and the electron, and many other factors have just the right value needed to make life possible. Think about that, y'all. Isn't that crazy? And then she said, if any of these critical numbers were changed even slightly, the universe could not sustain any form of life. God created this universe with such detail. And it is absolutely amazing. And it is powerful. It is powerful, y'all. And then it says, so they are without excuse. For although they knew God, they did not honor him as God or give thanks to him, but they became futile in their thinking and their foolish hearts were darkened. So, because of general revelation, people are without excuse for rejecting God. They know and refuse to honor God and are ungrateful. That's what this verse right here is saying. And notice how it said they became futile. The word that is associated with this phrase is matayo, and it means to make empty, vain, foolish. And some stronger definitions, it says to render passively, become foolish, morally wicked or specially, idolatrous, become vain. So y'all, they were enamored with foolishness, although they themselves might have not, would probably not call it foolish, perhaps. But y'all, they were enamored with foolishness and wickedness, and that's a reflection of the darkness that was inside of them, that is inside of them. In verse 22, it says, claiming to be wise, they became fools and exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images resembling mortal man and birds and animals and creeping things. Their pride deceived them, and they became foolish. They exchanged the beauty, they exchanged God, the beauty of all of who God is, for creation. They wanted creation instead. Now, I'm going to read y'all something from the book Finding Truth by Nancy Pearcey again. It says, why do idols invariably lead to destructive behavior? What is the connection? The link is that idols always lead to a lower view of human life. In Romans 1, the connection is captured in the word exchanged. They exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images resembling mortal man and birds and animals and creeping things. Romans 1:23. When a worldview exchanges the creator for something in creation, it will also exchange a high view of humans made in God's image for a lower view of humans made in the image of something in creation. Humans are not self-existent, self-sufficient, or self-defining. They did not create themselves. They are finite, dependent, contingent beings. As a result, they will always look outside themselves for their ultimate identity and meaning. Y'all, that right there, she was preaching. She was preaching. She really was. And then, right here, it says, therefore, God gave them up in the lusts of their hearts to impurity, to the dishonoring of their bodies among themselves, because they exchanged the truth about God for a lie, and worshipped and served the creator, worshipped and served the creature rather than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. So God, he allowed them to follow their wicked ways. They followed a sweet lie and made an idol. They made a God substitute. They worshiped God's creation instead of God himself. That is so heartbreaking, y'all. Now let me read y'all something again from Nancy Pearcey's book. So Nancy Pearcey says, it says God gave them up. Gave them up. Gave them up. Romans 1, 24, 26, 28. The phrase does not mean God gives up on people. Just the opposite. It means he tries to get through to them by allowing them to play out the negative consequences of their idolatrous choices. And I'm going to skip over. And it says, this is basically, she says, in essence, God is saying, okay, have it your way and see for yourself how destructive it is. So God, he wants us to come to him first, y'all. He knows that idols are not going to satisfy us. Only Jesus can satisfy us, y'all. He is not setting up these boundaries to oppress you. He is not setting up these boundaries to hurt you. He is trying to protect you from the pain and disappointment that will come your way if you choose to live in disobedience. He knows, like, he created you. He created the universe. His way is the best way. And we oftentimes try to have it our way. I've done it before myself. So this is not coming from a place of condemnation, rather a rebuke, rather a place of correction. So I want y'all to reflect on this. Have you made anything in your life higher than God? Have you made anything other than God your ultimate? God is the creator and he should be your first love. Now, I want to say this because I know some people in my audience may feel a sense of anxiety when they hear this. I know some people have something that's called religious OCD, and I want to be sensitive to those people. They may hear what I'm saying and they may start like to ruminate in their minds. I just want to say, just because you enjoy something doesn't necessarily make it an idol. I really felt the need to say that. Now back to my point. God should be our first love and we should live for his glory. We should be a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. God knows, as I said earlier, he knows that chasing after idols won't fulfill us. We all seek that satisfaction. We all do. But true satisfaction is found in Jesus. Again, the boundaries that God sets are to protect you from pain and disappointment. And y'all, he loves you more than you could ever imagine. And I just want you to know that. And I want this video to be an invitation to come to him. Come to God. No matter what you're going through, no matter what struggles you may have, come to God. And you can find a peace that surpasses all understanding. The world will offer you many things. The world will offer you fame. They'll offer you drugs, or you can get that high and feel good and escape from the anxiety. That stuff does not truly satisfy like Jesus does. You come to Jesus, you won't need to get high. You won't need to get drunk. You won't need to constantly seek validation from people, be an approval addict. You won't need to do that if you come to God. You can rest in knowing that God validates me. I am known by the Most High God. And that is a beautiful thing, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I hope y'all have a beautiful and blessed day. Bye, y'all.